Hello, my name is Jason Chatro, and I am here today with author Creston Mapes. And we're going to be talking about Creston's book, Nobody, that's going to be given away free this weekend. And just kind of get to know Creston a little bit. And he's got exciting new projects he's going to tell us about in just a minute. So, Creston, thanks for coming on and talking to us today.
Always glad to be with you, Jason.
Well, I guess can you tell us? I always find it interesting. People talk about how they got into writing and what kind of inspired them. Was it a book for you? Was it seeing somebody on TV that looked really cool as a writer? What was it kind of inspired you to get into the profession of writing?
I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I was not a very good student, and as I got older, I came to find that what I was best at was writing. I would always love the essay tests because I could always somehow creatively get through those and manage some good grades. And then as I got older, I loved Sports Illustrated, Rolling Stone. I was a big rock and roll fan, so I read Circus and Cream and all those, and really had a dream at an early age to be like a feature reporter, for a magazine, a big magazine,
Yeah.
So went on to college and majored in magazine journalism, and was in the newspaper business for 3 or 4 years, and then went on to corporate copywriting, and one thing led to another, and I started writing novels. So
Now, what is about fiction that you like writing so much? About writing fiction.
I just put myself in the place of a reader, and when I get a hold of a really good book, a really I love tension-filled novels. Not necessarily, they don't have to be thrillers necessarily, just they can even be literary fiction, even some of the classics. But books with tension that really hold you from cover to cover, that's what I really have always loved. And after being a writer for a number of years, I decided to give it a try and write fiction. And so when I did, that's what I try to do, is cut out all the fat parts, cut out all the boring parts, and really make a tight thriller. So that's what I love to try and do.
Along your journey in getting into writing fiction, has there been some people who've inspired you or really helped you in the process?
Yeah, one author, James Scott Bell, really, I really loved his work before I even started writing fiction, and got a chance to meet him. He's always been very supportive. Many other authors along the way. My first agent and editor have been crucial. So yeah, and once you get published, you begin to meet a lot of other authors, and there's a good support network there that I've really appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Well, now tell us. Nobody is going to be available for free this weekend on Kindle. Can you tell us a little bit about that story and kind of where you came up with the idea for it?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, it's when my dad was still alive a few years back. We were in St. Augustine, Florida, and we were sitting on a park bench and saw this homeless man feeding the birds. And my dad said to me, that'd be a good idea for a book. And so I was coming up on my third book in my contract with Multnomah, and they had the idea to base the book in Las Vegas. So I kind of took that idea along with my dad's homeless man idea and put two and two together. And the publisher actually sent me to Vegas for 3 days, and I toured the homeless community and as well as the commercial side of the city, and put together this mystery thriller based in Vegas and based on this homeless man who is found dead with a bank book in his pocket worth about $1 million. So that's kind of where the story starts. And a reporter named Hudson finds the dead man and the bank book, and the story kind of starts from there. So it is a thriller based in Vegas, and we're excited about being able to offer it for free.
That's awesome. Well, now I know you've got some new projects coming up. You mentioned earlier how you are into rock and roll as a kid, and I know your first two books are kind of based around a rock star, Dark Star and Full Tilt, which have been published a while back. But now you got 3 more projects coming up here. Can you talk a little about when they're coming out and what we can expect from you in those books?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm real excited about it. The publisher is going to be David C. Cook, and they've asked me to write a 3-book series, and it is going to be about a newspaper reporter, which I was a reporter for a while, so really love writing about that. The first one actually is tentatively entitled Fear Has a Name, and it's about a kid who was bullied and unwanted as a boy, and he goes back to find the only girl who ever cared about him, and it turns out that she's happily married with children of her own, and this guy ends up kidnapping her, and at the same time, her husband is a reporter. He's doing a story about a missing pastor, and these two storylines kind of weave together by the end, and it's I'm really excited about it. I'm working on book 2 right now. So the first one won't come out till early 2013.
Okay.
But it's going to be followed up right away by books 2 and 3. So
awesome. And it's going to be a series following this same character, or
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds really good. We're looking forward to seeing it. And Creston, tell us how people can get connected to you online and follow your stuff and keep up with your new projects and your old ones.
Okay, Jason, best way to do that is just my website, CrestonMapes.com, or you can find me on Facebook, and I'm glad to hear from readers all the time there. So
okay, great. Well, we sure do appreciate it, Creston, and good luck this weekend, and look forward to hearing great feedback from people discovering your books, including Nobody, available on Amazon this weekend.
Great, sounds good.
Okay,
thanks, man.
All right, thanks for stopping by.